Welcome. My name is Tracey Cook, and this is a podcast series, Victim to Victory. This series gives a voice to those that have overcome obstacles in all forms, that dare greatly to share their real stories. Amazing humans that have seen hope and risen above those adversities to become victorious, that now go on to support, inspire, empower others to do the same. So please subscribe and comment to go into our monthly draw to win access to the Brand Your Story Academy podcast creator course and download our latest ebook, The Beginner's Guide to Monetizing Your Mic with Podcasting. Today, we have a rock star in our interview room, and her name is Teresa Fink. Welcome to Victim to Victory.
Thank you, Tracey. So glad to be here.
Now, you have an amazing story, and you're inspiring so many in the communities that you are in, and you're authentic, you're real, you're empowering, and you generally just serve with your heart. And I see it all the time with you, Teresa, and you're just such a special world changer in the world. I love how authentic you are. And recently, you've become an Amazon #1 author as well.
Yes. For the second time.
For the second time. That's amazing. That's amazing. Now, just a little bit before we get into your story, because we've got some special golden nuggets to drop about Teresa here, because she is a network marketer. She is an affiliate marketer, and she's an online marketing specialist. You have to go check out her TikToks. They're amazing. She helps stay-at-home mums create cash flow from home without having to leave their children. How special is that? And enter the workforce. Now, not only is Teresa a contributing author, like we just mentioned, to 2 best-selling compilation books, including the recently published Life by Design, How to Create the Life and Business You've Always Wanted. Now, Teresa is also working to self-publish a children's picture book. These are exciting times. She is spinning a lot of plates here, everybody. Teresa is an empty nest mum of 4 adult children, lives in Kansas with her husband of 29 years. And I did see they've just recently celebrated your anniversary again. And this is so special. This warms my heart from one Grams to another, which is also a proud Grams to an adorable toddler grandson. How amazing. What a life you've led. And please, Teresa, share with us, what does life by design mean to you?
Actually, it means living the life that God has designed for you, and being active, being proactive in making that life happen, listening to him and doing what he has called you to do, to live your purpose.
That is a fantastic mission as well. Now, I know that the title of the book is Life by Design. It's produced by our mutual friend, Kim Ward, and Lil Barkowski with GWN Publishing. And the title of your chapter in this book is I Had to Go with My Gut with This One.
Right.
How does this tie into your life story?
Well, I am a medical hot mess, if you would say. I was diagnosed with hypothyroidism at 4 months old, and I've had one health thing after another. About 5 years ago, I was going to the doctor regularly, and I was getting chronic diagnosis after chronic diagnosis. And my husband came to me and said, I don't know how much longer you're going to be here. Our kids are getting close to marrying age, and I would really like you here to see that and to be with me during our empty nest years. And the way you're going, I'm not sure that you're going to survive that long. So something needs to be done. And so I had a friend who was posting about some supplements that were helping her. And I've also battled with depression most of my life. And she was talking about how they were helping her with her depression. And so I watched her for 5 months before trying them. And then I jumped in, and they started helping me with my health issues. They started helping me with my depression, and I kept going from there. Now I have added some other supplements from another company since then. So I still, so I love the supplements that I take. They really do make a difference. And it was amazing to me how much of a difference working on your gut can make. So that's what I started focusing on, and really have gone from there. So that's kind of why I had to go with my gut on this one, because gut health really is what kind of spurred me on for so many years.
Well, gut health isn't just physically, it's mentally as well. And that must have really evoked so much emotions when your husband's saying, hey, our kids are getting ready to marry. They're getting older, when we're empty nesters. And I want you to hold my hand through the rest of this journey with them, and into grandparenthood and things like that as well. So that must have really evoked a lot of emotions for you to
It was like a punch in the gut. It was definitely like a punch in the gut. It was definitely not something that I expected to hear him say, but it was a necessary thing for him to say. So, I mean, I'm glad he said it, because here we are 5 years later, I've watched 2 kids get married and have an adorable grandson. So what he said did the trick.
Yeah. And isn't it funny, sometimes we know those kind of things that we need to be doing. It's not until somebody kind of looks at us and says, hey, know this, I need to tell you this, it's time to take some action.
Exactly.
I want to grow old with you,
Exactly.
And I'm worried and I'm concerned about you, and you took action on that. And tell us a little bit more about your story, growing up with these medical conditions and the depression and things like that. What are some of the experiences that you've had around that?
Well, so when I was an infant, I had the viral meningitis, so survived that. And then when I was approximately 4 or 5, I had some eye problems. So I had a paralyzed muscle in my right eye, and so I had to have surgery 3 times to get that fixed. And then my father passed away when I was 12. I started being bullied in school when I was about 8 or 9, and then my father passed away when I was 12. And so between the bullying and my father passing away, the depression really hit hard. And there were times in high school I contemplated suicide, but by the grace of God, he sent people into my life that really kind of shook me up and kept me here. So I honestly credit them with saving my life.
And you've gotten up each time, and you've brushed yourself off, and you've just taken another step forward, and then just one day at a time, and then getting your life in order, your health in order, delving in with your supplements and really taking care of your gut health physically and mentally as well. And this is a lifetime of overcoming obstacles for you.
Yes, it is.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. So
because the depression was bad even after postpartum depression hits. And so after my second son was born, I was talking to a friend, and she was the one that encouraged me to go be put on medication for my depression. And I was on that medication for 20 years until I started taking my supplements. And then within 3 months, I was able to come off of those. So it's been quite the experiences.
Well, it's a testimony to the journey for you. You put yourself out there and you tried these things, and just luckily you had a trusted friend that believed in you and was concerned about you as well, for you to be able to step into being a better version of yourself and really wanting to see out the rest of your life happy and healthy, right?
Right. Yeah. God puts those friends in my life just when I need them the most. So very grateful to him for that.
Definitely. And especially going through childhood bullying and things like that as well. I mean, that's a battle on its own.
Right.
Not only with the depression and then, the death in your family. And yet here you are, you're still smiling, you're still serving others, you're brushing off all these obstacles and taking it one day at a time. What do you hope people will really take away from your chapter, Teresa?
I really hope that they see that what their past does not define their future. So no matter what they've gone through in their past, they can pick themselves back up, and they can go a new direction and in a better direction than they've been going in the past.
Definitely. And it's all about leaving that legacy, especially as a Grams. We want to leave that legacy. And the legacy to some people is you leave a house or you leave some money, or a legacy can just be breaking those generational cycles as well, of depression or anything like that. It's giving somebody a brighter future as well. So I love that you said, your past doesn't have to define your future. And what is a key piece of advice that you would share of how you've overcome your obstacles?
Really, reliance on God. My faith in God has been a huge, huge asset to me. And just listening for him to talk to me and let me know. And that may sound crazy, but I really do believe that he does talk to us. And maybe not a voice coming down from heaven like when Jesus came out of the Jordan when he was baptized, but he does speak to us. So my reliance on God has been the biggest thing that has helped get me through everything.
So faith sees you through. There's always an answer. There's always, as one obstacle comes up, there's something else put in your path to guide you almost.
Right. We may not know, the reason why the obstacles are put in our path, but if we didn't have these obstacles, we wouldn't be who we are today. I mean, everything that I've gone through has formed me into the person that I am today. And that's who he's calling me to be. So
100%. No, you're definitely right. And how are you helping others going through this life experience and knowing that you've overcome these obstacles and there is a different way, and you're helping so many other people? And how are you helping other people?
Well, I just really want them to know that, if they're praying for a way to work from home so that they don't have to leave their kids, I have a multitude of options available to them as far as what they can do to earn some money from home. I also want to encourage them that they can overcome everything. They can, they can keep going forward. They can keep putting one foot in front of the other, no matter what is happening. And yes, what I've gone through has been, traumatic for me. Other people go through other traumatic things, and I can't imagine going through some of those things. But as long as we rely on God and we are there for each other, then we're going to make it through.
Oh, it's so inspiring, so inspiring. Now, with your chapter, I had to go with my gut on this one. Is this more than just physical? Is this more of a mental title for your chapter in the Life by Design book as well? Because I'm getting a bit of a vibe here, Teresa, that
it definitely is
more than just that.
It definitely is, because it was about so much about my mental health, because it has helped my mental health as well as my physical health. So since I have struggled with depression for so long, and I've struggled with suicidal thoughts, and I've struggled with, with all of that for so many years, I just want them to know that they can survive. They can go one step forward. So yes, there's a definite gut-brain axis where the gut talks, our gut is our second brain, and it talks to the brain. And so between the two, it really, it's huge. Yeah. There's definitely that connection.
Well, we'll have to get the book and read your chapter to find out more that is in there and fill in those gaps. Definitely. We can find Life by Design on Amazon. We'll be sharing some links where to grab the Life by Design book and Teresa Fink's chapter. And do you have a resource or a giveaway that you'd like to give to our audience today?
I actually do. I have my gut health ebook that I have written, and it's called 7 Simple Lifestyle Tweaks to Living Happier in 90 Days. So again, the living happier is huge for me. And since this is Mental Health Awareness Month, it's a perfect time to talk about it. So
it is a perfect time, and it's just such a worthy cause, and especially with what's happened in the world in the last couple of years, everyone's thinking about their mental health, they're thinking about their physical health, and because you're so invested in the people that you are helping and inspiring and motivating and giving practical advice as well, I know just how much of a change you're making in communities and saving and changing people's lives as well, just like yourself battling, through the bullying and the depression and suicidal thoughts and things like that. And where can we actually connect with you as well, Teresa?
You can connect with me on Facebook. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I actually have 2 accounts on TikTok. So most of my accounts are Teresa Selby Fink or Teresa S. Fink. So look for those on those 3. I'm also on LinkedIn. I don't get on there as often as I ought to. So, but yeah, the ones I'm on most are Facebook and TikTok. So those are the ones I would recommend.
And as an online marketing specialist as well, helping so many people in that online space, you've got some practical tips to share there as well, I'm sure. Now, what kind of message would you like to leave our audience on today?
Just keep relying on God, keep relying on yourself, because you're a survivor. You're here. You've made it this far. You can keep going. So that's really what I want to share.
Fantastic, Teresa. We will definitely be sharing where to actually connect with you. So if you are battling through suicidal tendencies, if you're listening to this podcast, reach out to Teresa. Maybe she'll just be up just for a chat, I'm sure, because people are put into listening space for you to hear certain messages at certain times. Thank you very much for being brave to share some more snippets and insights into your unique story, Teresa. You're not alone. You are so appreciated. You're so worthy. And we will definitely be sharing where to connect with you and to grab a copy of the Life by Design book with the collaborative authors. There are so many amazing true life, everyday people stories in there, and it will inspire, motivate, and empower you. You need to grab a copy. And you can find the Victim to Victory podcast on YouTube, Anchor, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And if you got value from today, please subscribe and comment and go into our monthly draw to win access to the Brand Your Story Academy podcast creator course and download the latest ebook, The Beginner's Guide to Monetizing Your Mic with Podcasting. Teresa, thank you very much for your time today. I'm so happy that you're living your life by design. So wear your story like a superhero cape and not an anchor, just like our motivator here today, Teresa Fink. And we will see you on the next episode. Bye for now.
Thank you so much.